another episode of the Brownwater Banter podcast. My name is Jared Seymour.
My name is Joey Cates.
That's right, and we got a great show for you in the studio, man. The man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Kenny DeNiro is back, and I don't know, third, fourth, fifth appearance. It's not this first.
VIP.
I know that.
Could have been 100.
It could have been 100. Who knows? We're going to be talking about the Ocean Springs Marine Mart Fishing Tournament that's coming up May 31st and June 1st. Oh, yeah, because it's the day right after May 31st. I shouldn't have even had to read that.
Yeah, the meeting is May 30th.
May 30th. That's right. We're going to jump into all of that here in just a second. Before we do, we're going to get Joey a chance to share everything out and get all the people in the
It's going to take me a while.
I got faith in you. I got faith in you. But we got to thank the people that keep the lights on for us over here at the Brownwater Studio. Dr. Robbie Williams over at Southern Magnolia Smiles, man. They are located on Washington Avenue in Ocean Springs. You can look them up on the socials at Southern Magnolia Smiles on Facebook and Instagram. I was just over there the other day, man. He got me in, got me out, took real good care of me, man. His staff is amazing.
Do you have any cavities?
No, I did not, but I do have a chipped filling in the back, and he's going to be fixing that for me on the next visit. Everything else checked out pretty good. So when you're ready to book that consultation with them, 2025 is the year to brush your teeth, keep them looking pretty, and go chop it up with him, talk football, talk fishing, man. He's in the community. You know what I mean? You can book it at 228-215-1202 and tell him that Brownwater sent you. If you find yourself in need of legal representation, Taylor and Cox Law Firm is the one for you. It's our buddy Tyler right there. They specialize in felonies, misdemeanors, DUI, family law, divorce, child custody. If you need somebody to fight tooth and nail for you, Tyler's right here ready to go. They practice in Jackson County, George County, and Greene County. So when you're ready to, if it's yourself or someone you know, a family member, a friend at work, pass the name along. Taylor and Cox Law Firm. Give them a shout at 228-696-0111. And we keep mentioning it, man. It's about that time to get out there on the beach looking good, slim and trim.
Too late, man.
It's too late.
You got to get the beach what it's going to get.
It's not too late. It's never too late. I heard that in a song lyric one time. Forever Young Men and Women's Health, man. Look him up on Facebook as well. Kendrick's got all the knowledge. You can book a consultation with him. He can draw some blood, do some lab work on you, see if you're vitamin deficient, see if you're hormone deficient. He can get you back on track. Their motto is that they're bringing medicine, health, and exercise together to help men and women live their best lives. He's, like I said, specializes in testosterone replacement for both men and women, believe that or not.
Well, that's great.
It is. It's great. You don't want to get...
That's great. What's going on right now?
Yeah.
What you got going on?
Well, it is what it is. You know, you got to get back in the gym, and you want your lady friend in there with you too, spiced up just like you are. Book that consultation with him at 228-363-6623 and tell him that you heard about him on the Brownwater Banter podcast. And bringing up the rear here, another sponsor that we've been doing for weeks, the Ocean Springs Marine Mart Fishing Tournament. We've been mentioning it for weeks. It's going to be, like we said, May 31st and June 1st. Captain's meeting is going to be May 30th. Up to $12,000 in cash and prizes. There is going to be an inshore division and an offshore division. The inshore division is going to be a $50 entry fee per angler, and they have multiple species of fish: redfish, speckled trout, flounder, blackfish, with different payouts. Looking like, I can't read it. Kenny, help me out. Does that say 800 for first place across the board?
Yes.
400 for second place, and 200 for third place on the inshore division. The offshore division is going to be a $100 entry fee per angler, with a cobia and red snapper division with a $1,500 first prize, a $1,000 second prize, and a $500 third prize. You can just come and hang out down at Ocean Springs Marine Mart. It's always been family friendly. It's a good time. Music this year?
Yeah.
Always. Music, beer, shirts. It's going to be a great time. Saturday noon till 8, Sunday noon till 8. Scales open at 3 on Saturday and close at 7. Scales open at 3 on Sunday and close at 6. It's going to be a good time. We're going to jump into all that. But before we do, let me do a couple clicks right here. And Kenny, man, thanks for showing up this evening.
Thank you.
How's everything been, man?
Just peachy.
Just peachy. Just life is just it's just a bed of roses, ain't it?
We've been in the Gorn Blows mode now for 3 months.
Uh-huh.
I don't think it's been blowing this hard in years.
It always is. It always
is rolling.
It always
today.
is.
It don't make any
Always
sense.
Then usually when Danny's tournament ends on a Sunday, that following Monday, it quits blowing, which it did do that this year, but it picked back up on Tuesday, and it's been relentless ever since. So
Josh and them got some
Josh had
good weather.
They did have
good weather. Yeah,
we were at that weigh-in. Joey MC'd it. We ran all the sound and stuff for it. It was a good turnout. It was a fun time. That was a ball, man.
Yeah.
Had a good time on that weekend.
I hope to see y'all at mine
Yeah.
somewhere, somehow, some
We're gonna
way.
we're gonna show up in Honk.
if Hollywood shows up,
we're gonna get into Hollywood. We're gonna
Yeah.
get into that. We're gonna give
Man,
them a little bit of grief.
Some people have to work for
Yeah.
a living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working hard or hardly working. I don't know which one it is.
So, anyways, we've been doing this for quite some time. I guess we ought to go through this. First of all, I think I really want to try to thank everybody that helps me put this on because it's not a picnic. I can tell you.
Putting on fishing tournaments. If you ever
y'all
done
know.
one,
It's not fun.
it is fun, but it's a lot of damn work.
Yeah, and it's a lot of worry.
It is a lot of work.
Everybody can work.
That's a great
but
point.
the worry part
That's a great
about
point.
it is enough to make you not want to work. I mean, really,
You're 100% right. The last the Bay Rat we just did back in what was that? April?
Mm,
Right.
March? I don't know what the hell it was.
yeah.
But we were so panicked about the weather because it was going to be shit weather.
That's it.
And we just because it's an inshore shit fish tournament, fish from the pier if you want, we actually still had a great turnout. And the Saturday weigh-in that we did, it was overcast, it was kind of cloudy, but it didn't rain. But the next day, Sunday, it was like we wouldn't have been able to have a weigh-in if we'd had it on Sunday. It was so
Yeah,
bad.
it was bad.
So
hopefully we had terrible weather last year. Friday was iffy at the captain's meeting.
okay.
Saturday it was hit and miss, but it was mostly hit. Sunday it was pretty.
Okay.
Okay. And you got to have those pretty days because we all have fair weather fishermen now.
Oh yeah,
Instead of,
baby.
you know,
Hey.
let's go get our new 40-foot yellowfin and put 4 motors on the back of it and worry about a 6-inch chop.
What would y'all have thought back in the day if you'd have seen that or know
We're
somebody?
going.
We're going.
We're going.
Don't
We
care.
We didn't care.
No,
We were crazy though back then.
right. No
You know?
GPS, 2-stroke single.
No, we never had singles. We always had doubles.
Oh, you
They
did
had
have
money.
double?
They had
Yeah.
money.
Oh,
they had money.
Kenny
They
had
had
money. I
yeah.
forgot.
We had
I
like
forgot.
225s and 235s that would either make it or they'd blow up and we'd fix
Right.
them tonight.
Well, shit,
At
I
night,
thought y'all
we'd
had
put 'em back
singles
in-
though. I'm gonna be honest. I'm
No, I
impressed that
think
you had
we always
doubles.
had twins on
Okay.
everything back in the day.
Yeah, and
And we needed twins because most of the time one of them was broke down and you were idling home anyways. You know,
it's like we got two,
Thank
but
God.
but that one on the left,
Yeah.
it don't really idle right. Don't turn it off, and it burns a little more. Don't worry about it.
If it's
smokes,
on, don't shut it off.
yeah,
It
if
might
it's
not come
smoking,
back
that's how we
on.
know it's running.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like it.
So how many years is this? Did we already say that?
I don't know.
A bunch.
I know that
It ain't the first year.
one of my girls that helps us do all our Facebook stuff, Lana.
Mm-hmm.
I think she put something out the other day that it was her 13th year
with you
and
in the tournament.
and helping me. And
Yeah.
we were doing them before then. And then we did some one-day shootouts, stuff like that. So I don't know how many years it is.
It's a lot.
A bunch.
It's
Once a bunch.
And I mean, it's gotten better over the years. You have good years, you have bad years. If you don't have sponsors, you're not going to have any.
We learned that.
100%.
You can't depend on entry fees to pay the price. You know?
Yeah, you
So
would.
right now, I'm pretty good on my money. I am good on my money. You lose a few, you pick a few up.
That's right. That's right.
I've had a lot of the same ones
Mm-hmm.
that have been with me for years, which is a plus.
Right.
And I try to help everybody when I can also.
Oh yeah.
But you can help everybody to death
Mm-hmm.
if you're not careful.
That's correct.
100%.
These guys, Buffalo Wild Wings.
Ocean Springs Lumber.
Ocean Springs Lumber is forever and ever. Buffalo Wild Wings forever and ever.
That's good to see
Warren
them because they're kind of a bigger. They're a
Yeah,
bigger
and
chain.
those
That's good to
guys-
see them getting involved like that, huh?
Buffalo Wild Wings here are owned out of Jason Hall and Brian Jordan. They're out of Madison,
Okay.
that area. They've got the franchise. They're the ones that own these stores on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. I think they've got them in Alabama. I know they've got some in Alabama. I think they've got some in Florida now.
Okay.
So they've got a lot of franchises.
Right.
So they've been with me since the first tournament I ever put on. Bobby Carter.
How you know those
Billfish.
guys? The not Bobby, the Buffalo guys.
My honey Ginger worked for them,
Okay.
and she was the manager of the D'Iberville store for a while. She started off working there, and then they moved her up, and then she had a better idea, and so that's how I got in with them.
Okay.
Todd-
That spicy garlic is something to talk about.
Yeah, mango habanero is pretty
Bobby
good.
Carter has been.
Oh
with
yeah,
me,
Mr. Bobby, yeah.
He's
with the Billfish people.
Mm-hmm.
The C store, Nikki and them.
Mr.
they've
Nicky's
been
a
with
good
me
guy.
for a long time. I got the Palace Casino. Keith's always helped me. Crown Leisure's been with me from day one because I've known them people forever.
It's the bonds.
Yeah, I knew Clyde back in the day. You know, that was Chris's grandfather.
Right.
So Miles and them at Astro Ford.
Yep.
And our favorite person, Mikey Jenner.
Mikey's always supportive.
He's a very good supporter.
Mikey's got his hands in everything, man.
Then we got a few new ones this year. We got Maison de Loup, which is a hell of a restaurant.
That's Ryan and them.
Ryan and them.
Yeah.
They love to fish. They're pretty competitive. You know, they're very competitive.
That's
most of
the
time.
Bay Boat Mafia.
Yeah, you know. And then my old buddy at Mapco, Matthew Tuart, you know, he's been with me for several years. They had a Smoking Butts, I think it was last year. They had a restaurant over there in Bay St. Louis. I got a new one this year, Jonathan Franco and Maison de Loup. Jonathan Franco, he loves to fish, and he's an attorney in Ocean Springs. They've stepped up. And then one of my best buddies throughout the world is Mike Cure, who's got Bayou Caddy Fisheries, but he also owns the Pearl Casino. Not casino, the hotel in Bay St. Louis.
Oh, wow.
So he's a good guy, and he's always helped me. And I wish I could get him to come on here with me one time.
That would be great.
He is a character. I'm going to tell you something. He's got some stories he can tell you. He's the man.
Put the word out for us.
Make sure you got everybody.
And Keesler Federal.
Yeah.
They've been there forever. Who did I miss?
Knuckleheads.
Heath. They've helped me for the last several years.
That's a good restaurant.
Got some good
Bailey Lumber. He helps. He gets the radio spots for me. He does my radio stuff.
So you got 2 lumber yards.
Yeah.
You got
And if I was lucky, I could have like 3 if I was real good. I only got 2. Everybody needs 3.
Yeah. I think Coastal Angler's on there somewhere.
And Coastal Angler. And I think other than that, and FEB and Mitchell Distributed.
Yeah.
Both?
Okay. Yeah.
You got both distributors sponsoring one event.
That's because my last name ends in a vowel. So you could do things like that.
I never heard that. Number one, I like that. Number two, that's talented.
And then Broom's Catering this year is doing the food. So we got to say something about Buddy. Buddy's been there forever. Broom's downtown Ocean Springs. If you were from Ocean Springs, you knew what Broom's was.
Delicious.
When it was a grocery store. They got a great lunch every day.
They do.
They do excellent work.
They do
excellent work. They got excellent food, and he stepped up this year to do catering for our thing. And if I'm not mistaken, we're going to either have jambalaya or pastelato.
Well, the thing about that is both of them are great.
Both of them are great.
Either one's work.
Yeah, you can tell me and
So
Joey.
we'll have that. Then we got
one.
Razoo is playing. The band Razoo is playing
Both
Saturday. Both days, Saturday and Sunday. They play a great mix of music.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with them guys. Yep. So Tay's Barbecue is going to be there with barbecue
Slinging
on
barbecue.
Saturday and Sunday. So I think we'll have.
If I remember correctly, Tay's is out of Pascagoula,
right?
And they have the bomb ass white
dip.
Well, that yes, and the white barbecue sauce.
Yeah. But their tuna dog. I sell their tuna dip.
Okay.
It is unbelievable.
It is. It's unbelievable.
People that come in there just to buy tuna dip. I mean, really and truthfully, I sell a lot of tuna dip.
Yeah.
And everything they've got. I went and ate lunch over there the other day. Their ribs.
Yeah, you can't beat them.
Off the chart.
You can't beat them. I'm going to flash the flyer one more time just to ask a question. I notice here in you won't see it over there, but in this corner, what is this decal here? What is this?
Yeah, it looks like you got your shirt on.
Can you explain that?
This is what we do.
Here?
I do have the shirt on, and I did bring a shirt. This is our shirt for this year. This is our.
That looks good.
This is our throwback.
See,
back when we went into business back in the day, my brother-in-law was Rock Seacool, and Rock and I started Ocean Springs Marine Mart. It had been there before, but when we ended up with it, well, everybody knew Rock. Rock was a hell of a golfer. Anybody that was from Biloxi knew Rock. Right. So Christopher Stebley, the artist, the local artist, Stebley, I told Stebley, I said, draw me foghorn leghorn.
Kinda. It's not the exact thing, Disney. It's not the same thing.
And I want him with a cobia. And this has been 30 years ago. My sister Luann said, you can't, I got the picture before we printed the shirt. She said, well, you can't do that. You can't have Rock the Cock on a shirt.
You can.
Well, watch me.
Has she never met you before?
Yeah, all her life, you know?
Right.
So anyways,
See, I don't.
That's what we did, and what we had back then was we had him catching a cobia. Well, for years after, we've always had the mermaid
right.
on every shirt that we've ever done.
Yeah.
Well,
Brumfield did them. Brumfield did
Couple
them.
different designs, yeah.
Always different designs.
Do you know Craig?
Oh yeah.
We used to know him. He's sort of recluse here.
We
Like,
have
know where
been
he's-
begging that guy.
He's just hanging out with turtles these days. That's all
He can bring the damn turtle on the show. I don't
and he's
care.
a turkey hunter too. You know,
Mhm.
he used to be a fisherman, but I think he likes turtles and turkeys this week.
Yeah, he ain't messing with no blackfish.
But anyway, so we had the mermaid put on the shirt.
I like
We
it.
can't do the shirt without the mermaid.
I'm with you.
So we had this shirt done in 2017 was the last time we did Rock the Cock.
All right.
So my nephew Chase, who's got Eagle Point Oyster, him and Matthew Mayfield, I told him, I said, Nico, because that's what I call him.
Yeah.
I said, we're going to do Rock the Cock again. Well, everybody was excited about it. Now I've had some adverse comments about it.
Oh, well, you can't
Which-
please everybody.
You know, it really didn't bother me at all.
Yeah, I could look at you
And
and tell you
then-
lost sleep over it.
I had a lady tell me the other day that it was sort of vulgar.
But it's got a rooster on it.
That's what I told her. I said, what do you call a male rooster?
Yeah. Just because she's dirty minded doesn't mean you meant it like
I
that.
said, it's a cock. That's all there is to it.
South Carolina named their mascot.
Yeah.
Gamecocks.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's
Could they
all over
still- Do
everything.
they get to call that still? Do they get to have that on their stuff still?
Every day.
Well, I should be able to do it
Yeah.
in Mississippi too.
Here's the problem. Not everybody is as pure as you are. You see,
That's right.
there's a lot
That's
of
right.
people with dirty thoughts. They interpret
That's
things
right.
wrong. It's a sad world we live in.
So, anyways, we got these shirts in multiple colors, dry fit, short sleeve, tank tops, comfort colored t-shirts for the cotton.
Could you possibly put me in touch with somebody that can design one of my fishing tournaments that well? Because the guy I'm using right now,
Well,
the
You could
guy.
use Craig Brumfield.
Well, I'm just saying the guy we got
You know,
sucks.
is that him?
No. It's the other guy. Craig does awesome work, and he's doing awesome
Craig's
work now. Like he's
yeah.
doing the little small pieces. You see the little small
He really
pieces.
doesn't
he's
have
doing?
time to do anything but bills, as far as I know. He's only got 2 million swordfish bills that
Yeah.
he's got to do.
That's a whole
And-
trash can this big full
Yeah,
of
and you know that's got to be very tedious.
engraving them and all that
Yeah,
stuff.
I mean,
That's
it is
nuts.
very tedious. I mean, it's unbelievable. One of my brother-in-laws bought one from him and took it to Colorado, and he's got a giant elk on one side of the wall, and he's got a moose head on the other
Yeah.
side of the
No,
wall.
Craig's
And he's
talented.
got a billfish, a swordfish
Sword, yeah,
in a shadow box that Craig did for him.
Mhm.
That is his pride and joy.
yeah. It's
I
unbelievable.
got one of his prints from Peter Anderson of the yellowfin that he does, where they're all like in a line or something. It's beautiful. It's at my dad's house. I bought it for him. Gave it to him.
Well, go ahead.
No, that was it.
When you catch them, I mean, you catch a swordfish, you pop the eyes out of it, and then you do the bill. And if you caught that fish and he does it, with the boat and the date and pretty much you and everybody else on there, it's a keepsake you'll have forever.
He's got a picture that he drew. I think it was in the seafood museum down in Biloxi, if I remember correctly, of a crab kind of posed like this. And I've had my eye on that picture for a long time. I want to get it tattooed. I don't know if he's ever had anybody tattoo any of his artwork.
You
but
probably should let him do that too.
Yeah.
For his first tattoo. I bet he tried.
I wonder if he could do it.
I mean, really and truthfully, not with an X-Acto.
Yeah, I'd be
And then
down with that. No, I want to do
like a pen and ink deal.
the Japanese
know?
way where they tap.
jail tat.
No, where they tap with the little.
no.
Yeah. It's the
Then
same thing.
underneath the crab, you could have mom.
There you go.
You know?
Like the old biker
everybody-
tattoo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had to have mom under
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
We were going to get them back when we were probably like in 11th grade.
You don't have any?
No, thank God.
I can't
Because
believe
I
that.
have one, but we can't talk about
Oh Lord, that's
but it
gonna
does
be.
say "Eat at Joe's Bar and Grill, Chattanooga, Tennessee" in big bold English letters. I don't know where it went, but
I know exactly.
Anyways,
I've heard that before.
we went one time when Biloxi back in the day was open, and it didn't matter if you could get up to the bar, you could get a beer.
Yeah.
So about 4 or 5 of us went over there on Howard Avenue, and they'd had a bar, tattoo parlor bar. And a buddy of mine, I don't know if he's alive now or not, 2 of them, Mike, Sonny McKenzie and Mike Fielder, and Henry Terry and I went with them guys, and we were all going to get tattoos. And Sonny McKenzie was going to get a cherry put on his arm, which he did. And it said, "Here's mine, where's yours?" Okay. Mike had big heart put on his arm with mom in the middle of it.
Everything was
And
mom.
when we were watching him get that tattoo on his arm and his face, I looked at Henry J. and he looked at me, and we hauled ass out, went to some other bar and drank some beer, and then got home and got beat by the old man for drinking because you were too young to be in the joint. So that was my last
Hoorah.
on
that.
tattoos. And
Yeah.
and really, truthfully, I've never been a fan of needles.
Yeah, no, they suck.
So,
I
and my
I don't like
son's got
tattoos.
them, and you have them.
I think they're trashy.
He's got one on his forehead. It says I'm easy.
That's right.
Right.
No regrets.
Regards.
No
There we go.
regrets.
Okay, so we know the tournament's coming up. It's going to be good. We got all the sponsors. We got the explanation about that potentially vulgar
Yeah.
Rock the cock.
rock
Rock
cock
the cock.
out there. Do you ever thought about? Can we gamble on who's going to win? You ever thought about that?
I don't care what y'all do. You can book it. I mean, we might have a Calcutta. I think
Might
that's
be a
what you-
Calcutta
I
floating
think
around.
you can
Apparently,
say
those
that.
are legal now.
They are legal.
Evidently, they are. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I heard. I don't know.
Well, when they put sports
are.
betting in Mississippi, it's all good now. It's all good to go.
I've always been legal about everything. So,
I understand that.
Yeah.
I understand.
You
I've never
broke a
heard
law in my
otherwise.
life.
Never.
Yeah.
I've never heard
No.
otherwise.
So, anyways, I think if the weather will be good, I think hopefully we'll have a great turnout like we did last year and the year before.
Mhm.
It's a good time for everybody. Bring the kids, bring your wife, bring your girlfriend and your wife. I did have that happen one time where a guy out of Louisiana, we won't mention his name.
Don't
but he
say
was
his
one
name.
of them famous alligator hunters.
Mm.
Had his girlfriend on one side of the place, and his wife was sitting at the table in the back.
That ain't never.
I'm going to assume
good.
that was on accident.
I don't think it was. I think it was on purpose.
Wow.
Okay.
Or it could have
okay.
been on accident. I tried to get away from
Right,
everybody.
right.
We were weighing fish, so I wasn't really paying too much attention.
Right.
He must have wheeled his balls in on a wheelbarrow.
Who
to
knows?
do that?
Man? Who knows
Yeah.
how that went down?
Yeah. He was a good guy too. I think he's still alive. I don't know
Yeah.
for sure.
Well, hit the.
Might have died that night.
he might be. Yeah, he might be floating
Yeah.
somewhere. Hit the category species, and I know you got a slot red and some
got
other
a
stuff
slot
we got to
red.
talk about.
Slot red is going to be 18 to 27 inches. That's the slot.
Yep.
One place on that, $500 first place.
Mm-hmm.
Only place. We're going to have the blackfish, flounder, speckled trout, redfish, flounder. We don't care if you gig it or line it.
Okay, so it can be
Damn.
big.
Yeah,
Yeah,
either
yeah,
or.
yeah.
Okay.
Make it happen.
If you want to bring a 50-pound redfish in, you can bring a 50-pound redfish in. All right. We don't have a limit on it. But if you're in the slot red, if you fit
Okay, that's
for
a
slots,
separate. That's a separate category.
category. You
Okay.
can't win. You can't win both. Okay, you can't win the bull red and the slot red.
Oh,
Right,
okay.
That's that. Blackfish, we'll get the Dennis Mines
Right.
plaque and a pair of Bahia sunglasses. First 50 entrants, and I don't know where we're at right now, but it's like always, they wait till the last
Oh,
day.
yeah, they wait till about Friday.
First 50 entrants, either where it would be inshore, offshore, wins a pair of new Bahia glasses also. Okay, the color and style of your choice.
Oh, you get entered into a raffle.
Yeah, you get into
Yeah,
a draw.
you're in the draw.
Gotcha,
So,
gotcha,
you know,
gotcha.
what we'll do is after the captain's
We need to
meeting,
steal that idea from him.
Yeah,
you
that's
know,
not
after
bad.
the
Say that we
captain's
came up
meeting,
with it.
we'll do 25 and 25 or whatever we have. Just make it even.
Right.
Offshore, inshore. Put all the numbers in a bag. Let somebody's little boy walk by or girl and just pull
Yeah.
the number out.
Yeah, I like that.
And then look at that number, then look at the list and say, nah, he doesn't need them.
Throw it away.
Pull another
He's got enough money anyways. We don't need him to have anymore.
He's about a damn thing.
Yeah.
So
You're not raffling off any of that tuna dip?
no, but I mean, we could put it as for a prize
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah.
If you break the Mississippi State cobia record, you can get a free tuna dip, free pair of Bahia sunglasses,
And white barbecue sauce.
and white barbecue sauce, and your name in the Hall of Fame at the Brownwater Banner
Dude,
headquarters.
I love
of
it.
I thought
New
you was
York
gonna say
City,
I love it.
Tattoo
New York
on your
City.
arm.
8117 for what's the name of the road? Times Square.
There you go. Yeah. We do have an office up there. A lot of people
this
don't
is
know
our
that.
other office.
Yeah, a lot of people don't
Yeah.
realize that. That's
Well,
what we do our
what you
finance.
got offshore too? Because I know
We'll have,
the red snappers
Red
opening
snapper
up this
and
Friday.
cobia. And I've already had some offshore people that are already talking about, well, I know I'm going to beat him because I beat him last year on the snapper division. Hopefully we'll have a lot of people enter this. And I don't know what else to tell y'all.
I love it.
I think it's gonna. I know bait wise, it's been a little slow. Weather wise, it sucked.
Yeah.
Wind's been going crazy.
We got plenty of bait.
But Josh,
Only thing we don't have any croakers. We can't catch a croaker if our life depends on
Really?
it right now. If I had 2 tanks full, if anybody ever would be able to get out,
yeah.
we could sell them. But we've got pretty shrimp. We've got all the bait in the world.
Really?
Now I got plenty of eels. I got catfish still. I've got live shrimp, pogies, squid. I got anything you need. Plus we got tons of tackle.
Right.
I mean, not tons, but we got a lot of tackle.
Yeah.
Offshore and inshore.
Well, the fish we saw at Josh's weigh in, if that's any indication, I know it's not what it was back in the day, but it's damn sure better than it was 3 or 4 years ago.
And Danny had a couple of good fish turned in.
Yeah.
I think.
Damn, with the weather they had, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was terrible weather for Danny one more time.
I know,
man. I know.
That dude, he needs to open a kite flying business or something like
kite
that.
flying tournament. It's about my luck.
It's unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
But everybody needs to go out and see. That's the thing about it, It's not just me, it's y'all's, it's Danny, it's a local thing. There's something going on every weekend in South Mississippi.
That's right.
Okay. You can only promote it so much.
Right.
And you can't really get WLOX or XXV to even come and there's no sports anymore.
Right.
On either of those.
Friday Night Football, maybe.
Yeah, whatever it is. You think that they would get involved in something local, like a Danny's, mine, Josh's, whoever's put it on. They will do the Mississippi Billfish deal. Yep. They'll make a big deal out of that. But the local guys, it's hard to get. Back when Al Jones was the writer for the Sun Herald or the Daily Herald, he was everywhere.
You talk about,
and back when
you talk about took a tank though. The Sun Herald, that used to mean something back in the day.
That's what you did every morning. Read the paper, drink your coffee.
And I'm not even but I mean it's still I think an online thing. But
it is. God. It is. But he covered a lot of fishing. Like
he did. He did great articles. He did great articles on fishing, and he was at every rodeo. He talked to people. He interviewed people. I mean, you could go back in the archives of the Sun Herald or Daily Herald, whichever one you want to call it, and look up some of his articles. He had somebody in there that was local fisherman all the damn time.
Right.
What's that music note right there? Who is that? Underneath the cash. Is that one of your sponsors?
No, that's just a note that says that there's going to be
live music. Okay. Yeah. Only reason I thought is because I thought I recognized that logo. And and we thought we didn't say it. But anyway, we mentioned before we went live that we were going to talk a little bit of shit today on the show.
He's got a text message.
Well, he did
let
get
him
a text message. What are they trying to tell him? Let's see what they said. What is it, Kenny? He's got to get his readers on.
It says, "Thank you, Kenny, for all the shrimp I donated to the Elks Club today."
There you go.
There you go. Fishing.
Oh, yeah, junior fishing.
That's going to come up in June. And I'm going to blow the date.
Don't worry about it.
It's usually the 11th, 12th, but that's probably not a weekend. Somewhere around there. It's usually second weekend.
Anyways, I try to help them out every year.
Yeah, that's a cool little tournament. A lot of kids.
So what were we talking about now?
Well, we mentioned before we went live that once we got the tournament covered, that we would talk a little bit of shit about some people on the show today to keep it interesting for the guests. I mean, for the audience.
Well, let's talk about him first.
Let's start with Joey because he's in the room. That's what I would do.
So, what's your friend's name? I can't even remember.
JJ. Captain JJ.
JJ's comes and gets bait, fishing, and he told me this has been working up for like 3 or 4 weeks now. That he's taking Joey to bring a boat back, a big boat.
Captain Joey.
That's
right.
Yep. A big boat
from
down there in the Keys back up here to fish the Mississippi Gulf Coast Billfish tournament. And I was trying to think, why?
Right.
I mean, why would they take him?
Right.
When they could have taken you or me.
They could have asked us. They didn't.
Top-notch captain.
They didn't ask us. I'm not a captain.
Bottom-notch captain.
I'm not even a first mate.
Yeah.
Then I'm thinking, have you ever made that ride before?
I haven't.
It's pretty spooky.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
You might get seasick.
No, Joey's Joe. I don't like to give Joey credit, but if I got to, I will. He's pretty.
I
I ain't never seen Joey
I'm
sick to the gills.
pretty
Now
salty.
myself,
Yeah.
full disclosure. Full disclosure.
I'll tell you how to make somebody seasick real quick, especially snapper season. You'll love it. Get a cigar minnow, because everybody used to use cigar minnows.
Yeah, they're still good baits.
All right.
Yeah.
Good bait. Get you some mayonnaise if you have customers.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's really, really shitty weather, it's like this.
Yeah.
What you do is you make the captain a cigar minnow and mayonnaise sandwich.
Now,
And you put it on that piece of bread and you hand it up there to the captain. And if the captain's got to be good about this, he'll go ahead and bite into that bread.
just
He'll
miss the minnow.
He'll miss the minnow. But when them people see him bite into that bread and they don't know he did. They're all over
Trips
the
over.
side and they say, Turn
Trips
around,
over.
we can go back in.
Yeah.
I've seen that done before.
Yeah,
You know,
that's funny. I never forget my dad bit the head off a croaker one time to get it out of the net. We were kids.
Oh yeah, I've done that.
I
before.
like remember being a kid, and I just was like,
Yeah.
they're not
what
bad.
did he? I know, but you're like, I was like 8, 7, 6, somewhere years old. And he's like, I'll get it, and he ripped it out, and I was just like, what the hell?
Well,
did
you used
this
to rip
happen?
it. Well, once they get their gills, especially them little
Yeah.
ones in the brill net,
No,
you can't get them out.
Yeah,
You
no,
can't
I
get
know.
You
them
bite the heads off of them?
You just
still?
pull them off.
Oh.
I do the hard head catfish.
Oh yeah, I can see that for sure, for sure.
So
All right, I was gonna say who's next? I think we
I
we
think
took
we're going to talk
Sebo.
about Sebo.
We target Sebo next. We'll tag him in this too, so he's
Him and
Yeah.
Mike Vasali sat in the
Yeah.
same seat you was in
Yeah.
the other day with JJ.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That was JJ who was on the
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
with us.
Well,
That's
you
right.
said you watched it and you thoroughly
Yeah,
enjoyed it and watched the
it
whole
was-
thing and
it
never
was-
turned it off.
I did. And I'm telling you one thing.
Huh? Is
I
that what
was
you
so
said?
proud. I was so proud of them guys.
Huh?
And I'm thinking, I remember catching a fish one time out there when they were chumming. We never chummed. It was against our rules. We had to move,
Okay.
burn fuel,
And burn. Yeah.
and burn fuel, and burn fuel, and be the first one there. And if somebody else pulled up, we'd have to go somewhere else
Mm,
while he could catch the fish that we left because
That's
can't
right.
stay there
That's
long
right.
enough.
That's right. I like it.
yeah.
So I
So,
don't-
I like
time
the
about that.
self awareness.
Well, I
I
mean,
like
y'all-
the self awareness you have for
So
that.
the only time we were really chumming one time up there because we blew the power head up on the boat. We had to have one flowing in and got Tony Terry or Crockett Terry putting it on at Biloxi Sales back in the day so we could fish it the next day. And we got permission from Mr. Patalo to fish Mr. Green's shrimp boat. So we went out there to chum, and we chummed methodically for one day or one night. We got there at 4:00, chummed until about 7:00 next morning, caught 105.9 pound fish and left. They'd been out there.
now hold on,
chumps.
hold on. You're in the boat that you put the power head on.
No, we're in the other
In
boat.
it.
We got
You said a
permission.
shrimp boat.
Mr. Green's Lafitte skiff shrimp boat. We took
So
it.
that's what y'all took cobia fishing.
Yeah, we took for one day. We got permission to use that boat because we didn't want to miss a day, and it was a 10-day tournament
That's
back then.
unbelievable.
So Danny said we could use that boat, and then we could go back to the Mako because we didn't want to miss a day fishing.
Right.
Okay, and we caught that big fish, and we hauled ass and Clarence and Artie Desport and all of them were out there. They had chum slick running from Chandelier Island
Ship
to the
Island
Coliseum. No, Coliseum. Through the Camille Cut, all
in
the
the
way.
back bay. Yeah, all the way in the
'Cause
back bay.
those guys put some chum out back
Yeah,
then.
yeah. They spent more money on chum than fuel.
Right.
Back then.
Well, they didn't go anywhere. I mean, you can't.
Well, that's
you
true.
can't
That's a good
burn any
point.
Fuel. If
That's
you,
a good
look,
point.
If we weren't burning 200 gallons of fuel a day, we weren't.
You didn't
doing
fish.
anything.
You didn't fish.
Yeah, and I mean, fuel back then was like $1.50 or $1.60.
That was a lot of
Yeah.
money though back then
Well,
too.
back then.
Matthew Mitchell, appreciate the question, brother. He asked, "Is everything Mississippi regulations redfish?" Question mark.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Yes.
the slide's 18 to 27, and
Right.
then everything. It's the biggest, right? It's bull red for the regular
I mean, it
redfish
doesn't have
division.
to
Well, it's
be-
two
yeah,
categories, right?
There's two categories.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, but I mean, the deal about a redfish is this: you got guys that want to fish for bull reds, you got guys that want to fish the slots. So that's what we try to do to
Right.
accomplish. So last year, I can't remember who won. I think maybe Monk won it, or I don't know who won it. I can't remember. I don't have the book here, but yeah, that's how that works. So
Okay.
the Mississippi regulations on everything except for the cobia. My fork length on cobia is
What is it? 40, 36,
no 40.
2, 41?
No, it's more than that. I think I got 44 fork length.
Ooh,
What,
that's a
or
good
kicking
one.
it out,
42 or 44, and I don't have the rules.
It'll be at the captain's
Yeah,
meeting.
it'll be at
So
the
this ain't
captain's
this ain't an official rules
Right,
read.
no, right.
Is the captain's meeting mandatory while we're talking about that?
We would really like
Highly
to see
encouraged.
everybody there, yes,
Encouraged.
because this is the deal. Then that question comes arise. Well, I didn't know
Right,
about that.
right.
or I
Well, that's your
didn't know.
damn problem.
When you come to
Yep.
register on the registration form,
Yep.
it tells you the rules, and it will tell you the cobia.
Okay.
I think I might have I can't remember what it is.
Where the captain's meeting is it at? Where's it at?
It's across the street.
Across the street from the
Put
bait
Big
shop.
10 up.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so you'll have all that up
Yeah,
already.
yeah,
Okay.
we'll have-
That's
we'll have
why.
that.
That's why we do ours online. So when somebody misses it
Right,
and they
it's
say,
recorded.
"Hey, I didn't hear it," I'm like, "Hey,
so
bro."
that way, when Joey says it the wrong way, but then corrects it 15 minutes later, we still good.
Yeah. Did I do
See,
that?
I can't do it online
Talk
because
shit.
I'm not that
Fancy.
fancy.
We can come over there and
We'll
stream
help
it
you
from you if I'm back from picking up that big yacht.
He's going to be in the Keys
Yeah,
for a
he's-
few
yeah,
days.
yeah.
Then they'll make the jump.
Yeah.
Then they're going to stop,
Oh,
get fuel.
oh, baby, I don't know what happened.
Uh-oh.
The wind's blowing too much. We're gonna have to stay down here a
Right.
couple more days.
Well,
Well, we got a pre-fish for the
Huh?
Billfish Classic. We got marlin fish. We got to do all that
You
stuff.
do that all the way home.
Yeah.
High speed trolling for it. That new boat probably runs 50.
Probably more than that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, really. I want
So-
to read this comment from earlier, Milton, our buddy Milton, and he said we got a character in here today for the guest of the show, and he said you have to walk into his bait shop like you own the place. Can't be soft around those docks.
That's
Yeah.
right.
So he
Be a
made it.
man up when you come
Did
in.
you see the post I made of you? So I put the event on there, and I was like, "Everybody's ray of sunshine, Mr. Kenny DeNiro." And Milton commented, he was like, "Yeah, the first time I walked in his bait shop, he walked around and said, 'What the fuck you looking for, boy?'"
Customer service, man.
And I was like,
That's
"Yeah,
customer
that's
service.
it. You nailed
You
it."
go a lot of places
You
nowadays,
nailed
they
it.
ignore you. You don't even know that
there's
you're
no
in there.
customer
Yeah,
service.
I'd
And
rather
that's
you.
the thing.
yeah.
That's one thing I can tell you. And I got on. We talked about this the other day at work because I'm gonna miss a little work here in the future, which is no big deal. But I told him, I said, they got a bait shop on every corner anymore. You got in this area. I wish I owned Gulfport. They got no competition.
Yeah,
Them guys sell more shrimp than I think about.
in the harbor. Yeah,
I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, it is what it is.
that's crazy.
You got Biloxi, you got me, you got Fort Bayou, you got what's his name, Willie's, or whatever it is, Funky Monkey,
Yeah.
Funky Monkey,
yeah.
not Willie's. Willie's a good guy. He's in Long
Yeah,
Beach.
Funky Monkey.
Funky Monkey. You got Ryan, Masturbator.
Yeah,
Skull Mine.
and he had to go. He's not 24 hours anymore because everybody's going up there stealing all the stuff.
Oh,
Which is a
that's
good
how that
thing.
played out.
Yeah. I mean,
Well,
really, he
shocker.
told me, and he's a good friend of mine, and he helps me. I can help him. It is what it is.
I
But
just
you
would've
got
thought-
that in one little radius. That's live bait shops.
Right.
Then you got Danny
Yeah. Academy.
You got everybody's got their hands in the bait business somehow or another. They got the C store, or not the C store, but the little store, Wimbo's on the beach. They got to kill the biggest
Yeah.
fish
Oh yeah,
in that place.
He's supposed to come on the show.
So what'd you
Yeah.
come to Ocean Springs Marine for?
You?
We got a boat ramp next to us. We have everything that you probably really need. I mean, our tackle selection is as good as I can get with the room that I have, because I don't have any room.
Right.
The more room, the better you're going to sell. Apparel, if I had more room, I could sell all kinds of apparel. Because people
Well, you got a
come in.
pile of shirts in there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so you got to give people service.
Yeah.
That's it is. So when you come in and you walk around aimlessly, we're going to ask you, what the fuck do you want?
There's a restaurant chain out there. I forget what it is.
Yeah.
That's,
Well, they make fun of
that's
the
their
guests.
stick. They talk to you like that when
yeah.
you come into the restaurant.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you were just a pioneer. All that.
And they're
Yep. They can get up
Contenders.
in there. They can
I
get
saw
up in
two of
there.
them go out the other day, Saturday, I think it was. It's blowing a hurricane. And I saw two guys go out in a kayak, and I'm thinking, man,
You know what, Amanda Morgan?
yeah, I think I do.
She says we go to Ocean Springs Marine Mart just for your smiling face.
there you go.
I mean, hey, proof's
She's
in the
a good-
pudding.
I
Yeah,
know.
she's a good girl.
Yeah, proof is in the pudding.
When are we going to get your face on the back of his shirt?
That's a good.
Now, people would
Hey,
pay for that.
Why'd you say that live? We could have.
We're going to make a brown water
Yes,
shirt
we are.
with your face
Yep.
on it.
and we're going to
I hope
trademark
you get
your
somebody
face.
who can design one better than the guy that's been
No.
designing most of them for you.
Next brown water shirt is going to be the Kenny DeNiro.
That would sell.
I
bro.
know.
Seriously.
I know.
Seriously, you should have
We'll
shut.
split it.
Why did you say
Put
that?
a target on it.
You better hurry up.
Split it with you.
Put a target on it.
No, we'll do.
No.
We'll do 2%, 10%. I mean, to charity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Be your cut.
Go 50% to charity.
Damn it, you
That
drive a hard
works.
bargain.
that works.
All right.
You can sell 5. I'll match it. I'll match it after you sell 5.
Your old lady will buy 3 of
You
them.
buy 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy 2. They're right out the gate.
Yep.
I don't know. All right, I don't feel like we gave Clarence enough. I don't think we threw him
He
enough
Can't
heat.
pick on him anymore.
No more?
I can't.
Is he going to get mad?
Well, he's got feelings. You know?
Okay. All right. What about
His
Mike?
son really's got feelings.
Yeah. What about Mike?
Which Mike?
The Sally.
He's an angel.
He is an angel.
He's a man.
He is.
He's a great man.
He is.
I can't even believe he fishes with them other 2. I mean, really. and
Why
truly.
would he? Why would he associate with that?
I can't
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah.
it.
I'm going to clip this and send it all
you
to
know,
him too. so
I
so don't
I
make
can't
it-
understand why he would even put up with that.
Yeah.
You know, and they've been together
For a
forever,
lot of
for
years.
You
Yeah,
know,
they told
were-
us on the show.
Yeah, they would fish back. If we would have stayed together, we could have been there. But that Dennis died, changes everything.
Life
changed.
happens, right?
It's
Yeah.
a different deal.
Yeah.
You know, them guys, they probably are the oldest stick together team out of that whole bunch that fished that.
They're
over
like
the years.
the David Elliott, Karen Abernathy of fishing
Yeah.
around here locally.
Well, who's Karen?
We'll have to let them figure it out. We'll have to let them figure that out. You know.
Yeah.
Who else? There's got to be somebody else needs a little smoke before we wrap things up. Come on, Kenny. I know you got
Or a
it. in you.
story. Give us a story.
story.
We
Give
got a
us a
story
story.
last time. You said we told all your stories. That's hard to believe because I know you got a bunch of stories.
I have no more stories.
I don't
They're
believe
done.
that.
all right.
I don't
so
believe
I don't have any
I
fishing
don't believe
stories.
that.
how you feel about sniper season this year?
There we go. That's a good one.
I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be in trouble with the DMR, and this is how this
Hey, that's
is.
fine. They
They
come on our
sponsor
show all
us,
the
but they
time.
understand it.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
we got to
so
give
this
the
is
people
deal.
the
I don't
truth.
have. So this is the thing. Everybody catches snapper in the same place. I don't care if you come from Louisiana, you're in Alabama, you go here, here, here. Mississippi waters,
Right.
okay, on Mississippi time,
Mm-hmm.
okay. But let's say all 3 of us want to go to Venice tomorrow, and we decide that we're going to ride the boat down there because it's really not that far to go.
Right.
You know, back in the day, if you went to 133 from here, it was about the same as going to Venice, Louisiana. 10 miles one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
Or it was about the same as going to Orange Beach if you put it in the pie. We can't bring any snapper back from Venice, Louisiana.
No.
Yeah. Wait, even during season? As long as it meets the
Any-
regulations? As long as it
any-
meets the regulations, right?
No, I
Joe.
don't think so.
As long as Mississippi's open.
Open.
And
it
you
meets the
have a
regulations. Now, in other
Louisiana
words, you
license.
can't-
Let
Yeah.
me back up. So
Okay.
when Alabama opens up, Louisiana open, and we're closed.
Correct.
You can't.
are
You
correct.
cannot
bring
land
any
a
fish
snapper.
back.
You're correct. That's correct.
100%.
I think that's bullshit. Okay, really and truthfully, there's no reason for them to do that, except that everybody's an outlaw in their eyes, and that's what it makes it look like. Okay, so back in the day, there was supposed to be a phone number that you used to be able to call and put you a float plan,
Right.
Yeah.
And they don't like to do them anymore at all.
Well, they're not doing that anymore.
Yeah.
That's too much work.
I know.
Okay, so that pisses me off. And then the other thing that pisses me off, I don't know where they get their numbers from.
We've had that discussion on the show.
Yeah.
And I
ad
mean, I may
nauseam.
be in a world of shit for saying this.
No,
and
no,
it
no,
is
no,
what
no.
it is.
No,
They
you're,
can
you're not
do
saying
it.
anything that
that
everybody
everybody
don't
else ain't saying.
yeah, or
Nothing about it.
that we didn't say to them in a slightly different
Right,
tone.
right, right.
Okay.
Because we're like, hey, look, we're rec guys too, and we don't understand where a lot of these quotas come from.
You know,
And Trevor's been on the show before too and said, I don't want to put words in his mouth, but more or less like we're trying to
So-
make sure we're doing the right thing as well. We're trying to get all the
Louisiana
data.
opens theirs up this year.
Right.
4 fish per person, however many days a week. I think it's 7 days a week.
Yeah, it's 7 days a week, and then they hit the when they hit the stop like we do, they do it just on weekends after
Right.
that. But right now it's
So-
wide open.
Why don't we do ours on weekends?
I think I can answer that just
Go ahead.
because each state gets its own poundage allocation. Joey?
Yes.
Right. So I don't know about Alabama so much compared to us, but I know Louisiana, they get so much more pounds
That's because
allocated
they got
to them.
more coastline. I mean,
Correct. And they got more fisheries, I guess, and more abundance of the fishery or whatever. So they get more. So they get longer seasons, longer times, more fish being able to be caught. And I'm not defending one way or the other. I'm just telling you what we've learned.
I really think that Mississippi rolled some over last year, because when Trevor came on here, he told us that we were a couple thousand pounds.
You can't roll them over.
No, I'm talking about we lost.
Yeah, we
Right.
lost fish
Rollovers.
because when they opened
I'm
it back up the year before, they opened up another season. They caught too many fish. That took away from this last year's quota.
Yeah. But I think when Trevor came on here, it wasn't much. 5,000 pounds, 7,000 pounds, and they were talking about doing like a kids weekend or something like that. Just opening up.
We were
like
talking about like the one guy going out with like
40 kids on the boat, like a youth deer hunt season.
Yeah.
Right.
But they didn't open it up, so I don't know what happened to that.
So then the other thing about it is that if it was open on weekends, which I know that's going to piss some charter guys off during the week, if it was open on weekends or Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, you'd have a longer season. You would be able probably to fish into the fall months.
That's the best months.
Which are the best months.
October, November are the best.
It would keep everybody's business model better, because then you know that you're going to get to have these customers on a Friday, Saturday, and a Sunday all the month of July, all the month of August, probably into September and October.
You can do inshore the rest.
Instead of stopping it, it's going to be 30 days. What we're going to get?
Yeah,
it's more. It's what was it? 15,000 pounds more than what it was last year.
I don't know. I just, like I said, again, we already said they sponsor us. So
but it is what it is.
Well,
I mean, I can't do anything about it. They're not going to change anything.
Yeah.
And I'm sure they all know a lot more about everything than I do.
100%.
I'm done.
We do.
Well,
I tell you what,
the way they do it now, the way they get their numbers, the tails and scales and all that stuff is supposed to be doing that stuff.
First of all, let me ask you something. If you got tails and scales and you report your fish every day, at the end of the month, you can have everything you already know. Why do we need to do a forensic accounting on your weights of your fish to see if you got anything left?
I think to make sure the data correlates, meaning what they're getting on the app, they have to physically be at the dock to see it, to make sure.
That ain't happening. They're not going to be there physically to see what's going on
No,
in every round.
They busted us at your not busted us
right in front of y'all's
Well,
place.
that's fine. But what I'm saying, if you are on the if you fill out your tails and scales,
right,
and you caught 5 snapper today, and I had 5 snapper on my boat today, and there was 10,000 snapper caught Saturday, and that goes in because you got to fill it out, or they're going to come knock on your door the next day. How come you didn't close your app out?
Right.
Yeah, they'll do that. They will do that.
That information is already collected. That data's there.
Right.
Why do we need to count it 2 or 3 different times?
I think they're pulling the cheekbones and all the other stuff.
That's a separate thing.
Yeah,
but you are right too. But hold on.
Point.
What's your point? Go ahead.
My point is, data's data, and you can look at it at the end of 30 days, or you can look at it at 60 days. If it's the same data that you had at 30 days, it's going to be the same data if you check it a month later. For those 30 days, that's how many people you had fishing.
Right.
This is how many fish that were landed. Why do we have to double check everything?
I feel like the dork, like
Maybe
there's reasons we have to be like the hallway monitor. We can't run in the hallways because of this, but it's like, from what I understand from them guys coming in here and talking to us, it's this. Number one, they got to do a certain. So when you have any type of data like that, you have to sample enough people to make sure that your data is correct, and they have to be at the dock to say that, hey, number one, were you compliant? Did you get on tails and scales? Did you do what you were supposed to do and report that? If you didn't, now you're not
that's when they get busted.
Right. But I know you're not talking about that,
yeah.
but that's I'm saying that's one example. The example you're talking about would be that if you do, we have all this digital data that says this. Well, you could ask that person and say, well, did you check any of this to make sure it's legitimate? And like Joey's referring to the day we got busted right in front of right in front of your place. It's like, yes, because we had Officer so-and-so that checked Jared and Joey at this date, and they had exactly this. We laid eyes on it, and that matched what the digital aspect of it said. And that's one example out of the, we did it 5% of the time of everybody that logged into that app. So we can say with some area of certainty that that's real shit. And I'm again,
that's the law calling me right there. Texting.
Hey,
shut up.
Hey, you want me to text Spraggins and tell him to get off your case?
Yeah, Spraggins will be here in a minute. He's already on his way. You're going to
That's
jail.
all right. I like Joe. He's a good guy.
He is a good guy. I mean, he came in here, man, after all that oyster shit. We saw that video where they were at the Capitol and they were pissed off as hell. They were hammering him. And you know what he did? Joey reached out. Yeah. And he was like, I'll come on. And we were like, hey, can we talk about the oyster thing? He's like, absolutely. Yeah. Now, what, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and then we had the commercial guy on the next episode. Most
people don't do that in his position. So my hat's off to him.
Yeah, he's a good guy. I'm telling you, I like him. He came and talked to me after, I guess it was Zeta. Hank Zuber was trying to help me do something over there.
Yeah.
You get tired of getting wiped out.
Right.
I mean, really and truthfully. And it has nothing to do with that. And we were trying to figure out a situation. They've got all these laws now about being up off the ground.
20 feet and all this shit.
Yeah.
But you're removable. That's why you can do it.
Yeah, it is. But I'm going to tell you something. It's a pain in
the ass. Oh, no doubt.
Yeah. You got to build
no doubt.
And what I should have done, but I didn't have the money to do it, is I should have built it back, a block building like I had before, put it back quickly.
Yeah, because you've been grandfathered in. Yeah.
But I screwed up because I want to get open quick. And I was open. I was open like October the 15th after Katrina hit. When Katrina
05, yeah.
So anyways, and we've always come back together. But
I will tell you this. I'm old enough to remember 05. Do y'all remember this? After Katrina, that hurricane season, they were predicting, it's bullshit you hear on the damn news and all this shit. They're all hype people, but it was like, next season's going to be just as bad, because that was a bad season. They were predicting it was going to be worse and worse and worse and worse.
El Nino.
How many, like you're saying, you wish, in hindsight's 2020, you wish you would have built back on blocks, but in 05, that would have been a gamble way too risky.
But the gamble is this. I mean, no, it's a catch-22.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, people didn't even build that.
You're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
The insurance was so high all around Gulf Hills and Porto Bay and all that shit, because everybody was so worried about hurricanes and stuff. It's 2025 right now, and people still haven't built back. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah, we're way past it.
Still high. Yeah. Still stupid high.
Yeah.
Anyways, what about, before we wrap it up, let's talk about cobia. We always talk about cobia.
I think
how you catch them.
What do you think's going? We already did. We saw the Destin where they're going now. We're seeing some more fish rolling in. Are they not going to Destin?
I don't know. I haven't talked to anybody at Destin.
But do we see some more fish, bigger fish weighed in?
I saw Brumfield had something on his Facebook post that he did one yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
It was in the 60-pound range. So whoever caught that. And it can't be an old fish for him to print it, so it had to be caught within the last couple days. I don't know where it was at. I think there's some fish out there. People can't get there to fish them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, really and truthfully, I mean, it's been. I watched them Chandler guys leave from my place the other day, and I'm thinking,
yeah, we beat the death.
Yeah,
they got a nice twin V boat hauling them people out there, and I'm thinking, nah.
Going to Pelican?
Yeah, I ain't going.
God, it's beautiful out there, though, ain't it?
It is, but it ain't when it's blowing 25.
No, I know. Well, what about the?
And it's been relentless. I mean, really and truthfully, it's not. And it's just not me. It's everybody else that's in the same situation. Even the fishermen. There's plenty of trout. I've been seeing pretty trout.
Yeah.
But.
If you can't get there, and you got to hit up in the bay.
Yeah, you gotta be able to get there.
Yeah. Well, there was a 103 call on Josh's tournament, just wasn't in Josh's tournament.
Yeah.
Down at Coventry.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that was stud.
Michael
McDermott was right next to him.
Yeah.
Lily was right next to him.
Yeah.
Make his own tournament.
That just makes you. Oh, that just makes you happy.
Yeah.
Look over there and say, what?
Yeah.
103 pounds. Yeah. I mean, y'all have caught one.
Yeah, well, that was the deal. We knew we were in the money forever. Me and Tim and Dennis, we were party animals right then. Well, we were party animals anyways.
Right.
Might still
We
be a
got
party animal if I had to guess.
105.9. Ours was, and the guy comes in
And y'all got beat with a what?
106.
Oh, he told us that story. I remember that.
106.2.
I remember that.
Dude, that's got to be the worst.
Come on.
That's the worst bad beat
Yeah.
you can get in your
And
entire
then
life.
weighed the fish the next day, and it's heavier than it was the day that you weighed it.
Was that
At
true?
another scale, we weighed.
Okay,
it on.
okay, that makes sense.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Uh,
But
Damn.
you know, that was we were all happy as shit. We knew nobody was gonna catch another fish like that.
Right.
105. If
Hell
I don't
yeah.
even know what that would look like in the water. Like I've seen 60s and
shark?
70s. 100 pounds got to look like a damn dinosaur floating around down there.
And I think we missed over the years. I think we missed some bigger than that way.
What's
Back in the
what's
day.
the? We looked this up the other day. What's the state record? I forget.
106.2.
Yeah, 106.
That one
too.
was
Yeah.
it? That fish?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
That's a
Yeah.
toad, though.
Yeah. Oh no,
Like,
no
that's
doubt. No
stupid.
doubt. Yeah.
I don't
Big-
remember the last time we've had one over 90 pounds.
Nicky's. Remember? We filmed.
Yeah, that was the bull minnow. That was right.
Yeah,
in
yeah,
that was the
93
last time
or
they had a
something.
90-pound
Yeah.
fish.
I remember seeing that one. I was like, that's a big some bitch.
He's
We didn't mention real quick. Where if I want to enter this tournament, where do I go? What do I do?
Yeah, what
How do
do
I
you
get
call
into it?
Brian Water Banter.
Yeah.
Send him
Get
a message.
online.
Yeah.
No, you come to Ocean Springs Marine Mart,
Okay.
1320 Harbor Drive. Fill out the form. Give us your money. You can register up until 6 a.m. Saturday morning. You can
Damn.
start if you're a late comer.
Well, if you
Yeah,
come in and
yeah,
get
yeah.
bait at 5 a.m., I can still register.
but there's been times when people want to, and I will let them until 6 a.m.
Yeah.
if they come. But
After
then
that,
they're
you better
done,
charge
yeah,
them more.
you know. And the other thing about it is you can start fishing at midnight,
Yeah, same way we
Okay.
do. Yeah.
just like
Yep.
the same deal. Okay,
Yeah.
and come to the shop. We'll gladly take care of you, and we'll have the captain's meeting. And I think hopefully this weather will straighten out, and we'll have a pretty weekend. I've looked at the 10-day forecast, and it's
You can't trust that
you
shit
can't
until you
you
get closer
know,
to it.
I've been looking at the wind. You know, it's supposed to be 6, and it's 16 or 20.
That's every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
Yeah.
No, no.
What else?
I don't
guess
know.
That's it.
I
You
think
tell
you
us.
covered it.
We hammered it all out.
Yep. Did we say FEB?
We said FEB. We
Yes,
did have
FEB.
both of them.
And the one that wasn't on the thing over there is
Right.
Ocean Springs
Yeah,
Lumber,
Ocean
right?
Springs Lumber.
We got it.
Yeah.
Hey, we
Thank
appreciate you coming over here, hollering at us.
Hopefully,
Thank you for always taking care of us too.
Yeah.
I know you don't like us. I know you don't like
you
Joe.
talk about all the sponsors, but
Yeah.
you're one of our go-tos. And I hate to keep going over there and doing it, but like,
Well, why would you stop?
Yeah.
well, I mean, if you want to keep giving us money, we'll come over there and get it.
If I got it, you can have it. I've never been greedy. You can't.
You're right,
you can never say that I
100%.
was
100%.
That's
You
true.
take care of us.
We can
every
say
day.
some other shit, but greedy
Yeah.
ain't one of them.
Grouchy, Matt, no,
Here's a
not
good
greedy.
one right here
All right,
before
let's
we
hear
get
it.
off.
Yeah,
Let's hear it.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
kick me out.
Yeah.
Let's hear it.
O'Grady.
Okay. Baron,
Yeah.
what do you say? Oh, you might not want to read that.
Yeah, edit it. if you
Tell
do.
me you love me.
Okay.
Are you crazy?
You just did.
There you go,
just
Baron.
did.
There you go.
on air.
Live on air. He just told you love you. on air.
Baroon Grady. Now, that's another character right there. If we'd have caught as many fish as he's had,
Well, he usually waits till about noon and then goes out
he's
to
got the
the
honey
farewell buoy and brings one in and wins the
Right.
whole tournament.
Right.
Yeah.
But he's smarter than everybody else.
We need help on guests. Can you shoot us some guests over some old salts? Like you?
Saltier than you. though.
Saltier than you.
What
if
we
that
probably
exists.
need to do is if I could ever get Tim Reynolds,
All right.
I'd like to get Mike Cure over here. I don't think I could ever get him over here to do it, but Mike Cure would be a good one to have, and he could tell you about the oyster situation in South Mississippi.
That's what we
And
need.
Louisiana.
Yeah, we
Can
need
you
the
just tell
old
him you'll be
guy.
on with him? Tell him you've already done it. Show him the episodes. Like it ain't scary.
You know, Mr. Jerry Monroe.
Yeah, Mr. Jerry hooked us
Yeah.
up.
He's the Biloxi that he's hooking us up with the Alvin Bakers, all the old school, the
Yeah.
J Tross sets, all that
Yeah.
other stuff.
Yeah.
We need the Ocean Springs Pascagoula side of the old salts.
I don't know anybody in Pascagoula. I heard they were all outlaws.
Yeah, that's the people we like.
We talked about that. We talked about the Gaucher boys, and they came over there and won Josh's tournament.
Yep.
That was weird.
Yep.
I wanted to say something, but I couldn't say.
It is what it is.
Yeah,
It is what it
everybody fishes the same way.
is.
Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, thank y'all for hanging with us this long. It is the Ocean Springs Marine Mart Fishing Tournament. It is going to be Captain's Meeting May the 30th. Show up down there. The tent will be up. You can hang out, have a good time. The tournament starts I'm reading off your flyer, May 31st in yeah, there we go. Make it easy for you. May 31st to June 1st of 2025. It's up to $12,000 in cash and prizes. He's got a ton of sponsors. It's the Ocean Springs Marine Mart Rock the Cock Bait Shop Tournament. Inshore, offshore. We're fishing for speckled trout, redfish, flounder, blackfish. Offshore division is cobia, snapper. A lot of money to be given away.
And you will have a fish display.
Yeah.
You always have the fish on display.
Yeah, that's always cool for the kids.
Bring your kids, bring your wife, bring your girlfriend, bring your money.
Family friendly, even though he said that.
That's right.
There will be music too. So y'all,
Razoo, Yahoo, Razoo.
they're gonna be banging out the tunes.
They're good.
We might make an appearance. I don't know. I got to check my schedule.
We gotta see if Joey's back.
We would really like to see y'all there.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I have not ever charged you rent yet for your space.
No, you have not.
You know, which is a good thing.
That's right.
100%.
That's right.
So
at least we could do is show up and live
act
stream
like
something.
you're doing something.
Well,
I
I'll
mean,
check.
if you want to do the weigh-in, I'm sure that my guy would just love you.
Hey, I'll do it.
My whole goal in all this is to make Joey the Gulf Coast legend, Hall of
He
Fame
may not be back.
MC of fishing tournaments.
He may not be back.
He may
You
not.
can't ever tell.
I'll check my schedule, but if I'm free,
Yeah.
I'll come out there and weigh
You
some
know,
fish.
you might
for
be hung up in the Keys for
That's
more
right.
days than you
Yeah.
thought.
That's right.
Fun. I
That's
can live
right.
off a rum.
That's right. Yeah. He's so full of shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, hey, y'all go
y'all.
check out brownwaterbanter.com. We got some shirts and t-shirts for sale down there. And go to Kenny's tournament and buy his stuff. Flash that t-shirt one more time because I do really
it
like
looks
the way
good.
that looks. It really does look good. You're gonna have him in dry fit. He's gonna have him in cotton.
He's got
him in all
one,
different colors. Kenny, can they only get them there?
Yeah.
You got to show up in person to get it.
Right.
Yeah.
I love it.
Or the shop. Yeah.
Yeah, either or.
Okay.
Sweet.
All right.
This is
Go.
a sneak preview right here, right?
It's the hot off the press. He can
That's right.
barely hold it. He can barely hold it.
Ink's still wet.
Yeah. Go buy a shirt. Go show up and hang out, man. It's going to be a good time. We always have a good time with Kenny.
Yeah, it's great.
And if y'all keep tuning in, man, download the Brown